Welcome to The Cave. I'm Daniel Phillips alongside Mr. Matt Rendell here, bringing you some more Cavemen boys basketball in The Cave. Tonight they'll be taking on the Warsaw Tigers, an NLC opponent, standing at 8-9 on the regular season. The Cavemen coming in this game not in great shape right now. Took a tough loss to Goshen, a very good Goshen team, but still by 20, not where you want to be.
Yeah, it was a tough loss, and really it got away from him early. I talked to Coach Cody before the JV game, and that's what he said. Hey, there was about a 2-minute stretch in that first quarter. If that doesn't go the way it went, where we're turning the ball over, they're scoring at will, and we just aren't getting any baskets, that's a close game, and you never know what happens in close games. And honestly, of all the things the Cavemen boys team has struggled with, winning close games has not been one of them. They've been getting into some close games, and they've been able to pull some of them out.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of the best games that we've seen so far in recent memory in The Cave have been from this team, with Jordan Fowler having 2 game-winning shots already on the season. So, yes, the Cavemen in close games have been great, but it's a matter of getting it to a close game that's been the issue so far. Tonight, the Warsaw Tigers have a few things that they have on their mind that they want to make sure they either exploit or avoid, like do not allow. And one of those things as far as trying to exploit is they know that the Cavemen are very, very tough against transition offense. They're not great transition defense. They want to make sure they rack up as many transition buckets as they can. One thing they don't want to allow is second chance points. So Jordan Fowler, Colin Hanley, and others are very, very good getting those offensive rebounds and putting it right back in the hoop.
Sorry, I was distracted. We got a trumpet solo down here, and I'm looking across the court at Dave Rendell, who does not like how that's being done. Big trumpet guy over there. Played trumpet here at Mishawaka High School for 4 years. His trumpet's actually in use currently by Thomas Wanley. So
oh, wow. That's awesome.
Anyway, I was distracted there, Daniel.
No worries.
Want to do starters?
Let's do it.
Let's check it out. Who are you going to start with, Daniel?
Let's go ahead and start Mishawaka. Let's see, who do we got in the court for you this evening wearing the maroon and white? We got Landon Johns, the guard/forward, wearing number 13, alongside Jordan Fowler, another guard/forward, wearing number 22. They're joined by Colin Hanley there at the 5. He's wearing 23 here tonight, the senior leader. Brayshawn Eccles wearing number 24, a junior that's had a breakout season so far. And Amir Dean rounding things out, the multi-sport athlete wearing number 32, the sophomore.
Yeah, and Amir Dean, you see his football picture there. He wasn't on the team to start the year, so we did not get him at media day. So we got his football picture. Sorry, last game we ended up showing the wrong person on there, so we got the right person today.
That's right. Go ahead and start things off with the Warsaw Tigers lineup. We've got Sam Lara there, starting things off at guard, wearing number 1 here tonight. Wearing number 11, it'll be Sam McDaniels, joined by Nash Wiggins wearing number 15. They're at the wing, the 2 wings for the Tigers here tonight. Maiden Berger wearing number 22 will be representing them at the guard position here tonight. Rounding things out with Drew Jones, now back from injury, also at the wing wearing number 32.
Well, and an interesting way to do lineups you don't see often, but on this roster that Warsaw has provided, it's guards, wings, and posts.
Yep.
Right, so they're not even doing the traditional kind of score titling there of kind of guards, forwards, centers and whatnot. So an interesting way there. A lot of size coming from this Warsaw team all across. Something the Cavemen have struggled with this year is some of those, especially taller guards that have been able to get their shots when they want.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Cavemen will definitely have a challenge ahead of them here facing this Tigers team that, like you said, has a lot of size, a lot of versatility. That's one thing that the head coach over there, Coach Matt Moore, the 6th-year head coach over there at Warsaw, he said we're a very versatile team, especially with Drew Jones on the court. We're a team that can do a lot of things at a lot of different positions, so they feel very confident coming into this one.
Yeah, the boys basketball team is still playing. The girls finished up their season in sectional valiantly against the Adams Eagles. They could not get that victory, but they lost 49-44 in their final game. But the boys still going on. The boys' schedule gets pushed back because of football in the fall. And so the boys have the month of February here. This is their first February game, but you look at this schedule, you've got 4 out of the 6 games at home. None of those games easy. Probably the one you look at where you think, okay, we can really try to win. This is going to be next Tuesday against Washington senior night. But when you look at that schedule, what jumps out to you?
Well, we see a lot of things going toward the last 2 games of the season. Last 3 games, really, you've got Adams at Adams, Penn, and St. Joe at home, and that rounds out your regular season. You got Adams, they've been on a hot streak all season long. It's been a long streak. They've had a few losses here and there that they've given up, but under 5 losses, you're in good shape at this point in the season. Then you've got Penn. They're a top team in the state. They've got one of the top players in the state. He's a sophomore getting D1 attention, and they've got the younger brother of Marcus Burden, Michael Burden, a freshman, who's making his way over there wearing the Kingsman jersey. And then, of course, South Bend St. Joe, the reigning state champs. They're also in good shape. They've got D1 commits all over the court, and they're going to be tough facing off against the Cavemen to round out the regular season.
And it's hard to believe we're at this point in the winter sports season, wrestling at regionals on Saturday over at Penn. 13 of the 14 wrestlers from sectionals are moving on to regionals at Penn on Saturday. Girls basketball over. Girls swimming has sectionals tonight as well as Saturday for their finals. And so just so many of these winter sports coming to an end. You're a senior. It's been a fast year as we get ready for this. This is the second to last NLC game for the Mishawaka Cavemen. Both of these teams coming in 2-3 in the NLC. Something you don't often hear with Warsaw. They're often competing for NLC championships. And honestly, recently the Cavemen have been too.
Yeah, as of late they have been. Just last season, you go from being a semi-state basketball team. They were in the first round of semi-state to winning 5 games last year. But with that, we're going to go ahead and kick things off to Mr. Wilkins here shortly. He'll give you the national anthem followed by starting lineups.
Mishawaka High School for tonight's boys varsity basketball contest between the visiting Warsaw Tigers and your Mishawaka Cavemen. And at this time, we ask that you please rise, gentlemen, remove your caps, and join us as we honor America as the Mishawaka Pep Band plays our national anthem. Thank you, and if I could direct your attention to the court for the presentation of tonight's starting lineups, starting first with the visiting Warsaw Tigers. He's a junior, number 1, Sam Lara. A senior, number 11, Sam McDaniels. He's a freshman, number 15, Nash Wiggins. He's a senior, number 22, Maiden Berger. And a sophomore, number 32, Drew Jones. The Warsaw Tigers head coach is Matt Moore. Caveman fans in the stands, get on your feet and make some noise as we proudly present to you the starting lineup for your Mishawaka Cavemen. At guard, he's a senior, number 13, Landon Johns. At guard, a sophomore, number 22, Jordan Fowler. At center, a senior, number 23, Colton Handley. At forward, a junior, number 24, Brayshawn Eccles. And at guard, a sophomore, number 32, Amir Dean. The Mishawaka Cavemen head coach is Coach William Cody.
Special thanks as always to Mr. DeWilkins, always doing an amazing job there with the PA announcing, providing electric starting lineups and guiding you through pre-game antics here in the cave. But with that, we now make our way moments before tip-off, and then we'll get things underway here in the cave.
Yeah, big game for both teams, trying to get a higher ranking in that NLC. Right now, neither of them have a chance to win the NLC. I mean, it'd be very unlikely. A lot of things would have to go their way, but they do have a chance to get higher in those rankings.
After an athletic effort, the Cavemen will win the tip. Nice little one-handed snag from Amir Dean. Amir Dean's got it now at the wing here. Coach Cody, with him now rejoining the team, trying to get him as many minutes and as much confidence as possible. Fowler in the trap finds Hanley. Inside is Dean. Dean going up. Tough lay is good.
Really good sign for the Cavemen. Amir Dean struggled from the field last game, and now they're going to try to get this press going.
Moving down the court swiftly. That's McDaniels. Pops right up and into the hands of Amir Dean after the miss. Now John's driving. Kicks it out after penetrating outside to Fowler. Fowler at the wing. Lobs it over Hanley. Brayshawn Eccles now finding Fowler. Eccles being a big part now of this Caveman offense and defense, really, after a breakout season. Dean from deep is good. Hits from the left wing.
Unbelievable sign for the Cavemen as Amir Dean got that to go, as the Cavemen are going to try to ride him if he's hot.
5-0. Cavemen off to an early start. Tigers, after one missed shot, find themselves down by 2 possessions already. Driving inside. That's Berger, Maiden Berger, finishing at the rim, gets the and one, an opportunity to convert on a 3-point play.
Yeah, and that's what you wanted if you're Warsaw right now. You gave up 2 quick shots to Amir Dean, go down 5-0. You need something to go, and a great drive there as they got that to go by Berger.
And he hits the free throw. So 3 points on 1 possession helps out the cause here, cuts down the Caveman lead to now 2. Off the hands of Hanley, nearly out of bounds, saved in the hands of Dean, who launches the cross-court pass over to Eccles. Jump stop, finds Fowler, takes a shot, contested, no good, and Amir Dean fighting for the rebound, forces a jump ball. Possession arrows in favor of Warsaw, but you gotta like seeing that effort from him.
Yeah, and I like the shot by Fowler. He likes that fadeaway, but I think he needs to sell. He definitely got hit on that shooting arm, so I think he needs to sell that a little more. I know we talk about flopping in basketball a lot, but I think that's something that you can definitely sell a little bit.
McDaniels finds Lara outside. That shot is good. Drew Jones, the sophomore, hits in the corner.
And they've really missed his shooting ability, his ability to kind of use his size to his advantage. He's been out, but he's back, and he's hitting that 3, giving them the lead.
Warsaw aggressively trapping the Cavemen, trying to use their youth and inexperience against them, as Hanley's going to miss that contested layup. You got Berger off on his own, contest from Fowler, but it does no good. They convert at the rim and extend their lead. It's now 8-5 in the herd.
And that's huge by Berger, as he's gotten 2 to go, and what was a 5-0 lead for the Cavemen quickly vanished, as now it is 8-5.
An 8-0 run here the Tigers have been on just a short period of time. We have just passed the 5-minute mark here, a little over 3 minutes into this ball game. Dean corner, it's Eccles. Guarded by McDaniels, takes the tough shot, no good. Pops right off the back of the gutter there into the hands of the Warsaw offense. That's Sam Lara, the junior, handling the rock for the Tigers. Berger again, guarded by Dean. Back to Berger, he's gonna take that shot, and that one is good. He drains it from long range.
And right now, after that quick start by the Cavemen, it has been all Tigers as they have gone on a huge 11-0 run already, fueled by the 7 points from Meidenberger.
Johns using the screen as advantage and lays it up and in. Johns hoping to break this cold streak.
The Cavemen are trying to do this 1-2-2 press, but it's just not working.
Lara's going to hit from the free throw line. A nice, clean, swift jumper that was.
Well, and that's just passing out of that trap. He takes one dribble, pulls up, gets it to go.
Johns is fouled, they say, by Lara. Reach in. Easy call for the officials there. Noticeable contact. We got some subs coming in here. Camden Putz will check in for Brayshawn Eccles, and we've got McDaniels and Wiggins taking the seat. Checking in for them. We've got Jaron Cartois. Sorry, I lost track of the other Tiger that checked in. Sorry about that. It's Timmy Yeager also.
Courtois is running the top part, and that's exactly what he's there. He's that 6'7" frame, gets those long arms in the way, tips that pass, an easy steal out of that 1-3-1 press.
Nice pass by Berger. Connects with Jones, who lays it up and in with ease and continues the trampling so far on the offensive side. So right now, the score in a hurry stands at 15-7, so quick. The Cave not in great sorts right now with the Cavemen being where they are. What are you seeing so far early on?
Yeah, this is, you talked to coach down there for Warsaw, he talked about Tiger Way, and this is what that is. This is fundamental. We're gonna run our stuff. Hey, we're going down 5-0, that's okay, right? We'll run our piece. They've ran different things. They played some really good defense, forced the Cavemen into tough shots, and then what you just saw, they bring in the next round of guys, get into that 1-3-1, trap that corner. Cam Putz throws right into it, steal, and a score.
Easy buckets there for the Tigers. They've been exploiting the Caveman defense all night long, not allowing them to get to a fast start transition, and using their defensive intensity to their advantage here. The Cavemen, they got the one bucket from Landon Johns, and that's the last we've seen in this 15-2 run so far. And
the Cavemen just fell for it again. They drove right into that trap. I mean, there was no reason to go there, and they went right into it. Easy tie-up, easy jump ball. As Landon John goes to talk to coach, says, hey, we got to do something different. This is not working, as the Cavemen have got to figure out a way to get this through this half-court trap.
Puts on the inbound. He finds Johns, who's orchestrating the offense here. Fowler and Johns play catch for a little bit, and now Dean over to the corner. Johns again fakes the pass and finds Hanley. Nearly got caught in traffic. The Cavemen looking around for any open shot they can find. Cross-court, Fowler doesn't have enough time to stabilize himself to get that shot. Driving in, Hanley tries to make a pass to Fowler, get it inside. Caught in traffic, and now it's a scramble for the rock. Hanley, the layup is no good. The Cavemen, another offensive rebound. Hanley again, no good twice on the same possession.
Yeah, the Cavemen just, everything is hard. They've got to watch out in the lanes as Hanley couldn't get either of those to go, but really it's the turnovers. You can't turn it over against a team like this, and right now the Cavemen are.
Call foul there on Landon Johns. That's his second already in the ball game with 2:22 left in the first.
And I don't know if Coach Cody knows that.
The inbound is McDaniels is checked back in for the Tigers.
Right now, Amir Dean's guarding Courtois. I'm surprised he's not posting up right there. He's at that 6'7" frame.
Berger on Putz. Berger again, working on Putz. Had an open lane, decides to fire it out to the corner instead. Lara drives in, working on Dean, and he gets it to go at the rim.
And that's just an unbelievable drive there by Lara. That's not an easy play. He's almost underneath the basket, got it up off the backboard to go.
Johns from way deep, no good. Rumbles in and out. Around the save. And now it's McDaniels, Lara, and Berger. Pass around the perimeter. Berger does not hit from deep. And it's tipped into the hands of Colin Hanley as the Cavemen go back to work. Jordan Fowler, he's in that trap. Gets out of trouble. Finds Landon Johnson there. Passes around the perimeter again. The Cavemen have not been able to get much to go here.
Bounce pass hitting the ground twice again, not what you want. And the Cavemen have got to figure out a way to get out of this trap a little bit easier. Everything is hard, and a bad pass turns to a steal.
Bounce pass easily taken away by Lara. Lara there, no good on the midi. The Cavemen, fast break here is exactly what Coach Moore said he wanted to stop. And you can see why as Jordan Fowler capitalizes on the transition offense, gets it done on the fast break.
And that's what the Cavemen need. They cannot get into this half-court offense. It's not working right now. Dean grabs that rebound, pushes, great pass, great find as he got it to Fowler and a good layup.
Artois guarded by Hanley, and now Lara. It's Yeager, he's guarded by Dean.
Lara did savvy move just looking at the clock before he throws it away.
Stolen by Johns, cross court, and that one is tipped by Lara and out of bounds. The Cavemen have 2.1 seconds to work with here, down 17-9.
And that's a little bit of a dangerous pass as you see this play by Dean. Well, cut away from it too fast, but this is a good position. 2 seconds, you can get one dribble and a shot off.
Putts inside, and that's Snyder, no good, off the back rim, and that's how the quarter will end. 17-9 after an offensive and defensive explosion from the Tigers. We got a 1-minute break. We'll be back with the start of the second here on Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the Cave, where we kick off the second quarter of this one. The Tigers in the Cavemen here in the Cave. And the Tigers have gone on a 17-4 run the last 5 minutes. In that first quarter, it was all Tiger basketball. That versatility that Coach Matt Moore was talking about was on full display.
Well, and not just that, 8 out of 10 shooting from the floor for the Warsaw Tigers, and you're not going to win any game giving up 80% shooting. So the Caveman defense has got to get better, get out in transition. Still only down 8, though, because of that strong start from Amir Dean.
Daniels over to Berger, and Berger's had a big game here so far. They're going to go ahead and send it the other way.
Yeah, they're going to call a legal screen on 40 there. It's one of the things that they've talked about in officiating at all levels, like, hey, you cannot be moving on that screen, even if it's just a roll off of it. So you got to be paying attention to that. So a good start for the Cavemen getting that offensive foul.
So is Gabe Uene on the legal screen there. He's number 40 for the Tigers. Also got Landon Snyder and Brayshawn Eccles here checking in the game for the Cavemen. Fowler from deep, no good off the front rim, and Snyder's going to save it, pass it right into hands of Uene. Berger now on the fast break. That one is off the hands of Wiggins, Nash Wiggins, the freshman
And that's a really aggressive play by Cam Putz getting in his way, but not too aggressive. We've talked about sometimes he's a little too aggressive on there, but that's a good job getting in the way, causing another turnover, and the Cavemen get the ball back. They've got to convert.
Nash Wiggins there, a rare freshman mistake. He's started the last 3 games. Coach Moore says he's liked a lot of what he's seen from the freshman. It's very rare that you see a freshman start for a Warsaw basketball team. That one is blocked right back in his hands. Brayshawn Eccles tries to go up and redeem himself, and boy, does he. Gets it done, and one has an opportunity there at the free throw line to add one more.
What I really like from Brayshawn Eccles, we've talked about him a lot this year. He was coming off the bench for most of the year, but I like that. Yeah, he got blocked and pretty forcefully blocked, but he didn't give up on that play. He said, I'm going to go body up, get the foul, and get the shot to go.
Can he add to it with the free throw? That one's no good. Into the hands of UNA, and the Tigers will go back to work. Nash will find McDaniels. And now Berger's got it. Inside, UNA on Fowler. Goes up, no good on that layup try. He gets another opportunity, and he's fouled that second time. He has 2 at the charity stripe.
And that's just, again, the same thing at the other end, right? You saw it with Brayshawn Eccles, but this time it's UNA missing the first shot. Good defense by the Cavemen, but they don't corral that rebound. He goes back up, gets fouled from behind. I think they called that on Amir Dean. Well, they might have got Fowler for that, actually.
UNA at the free throw line, his first. That one no good.
Yeah, that hit all the rim before it didn't go.
Checking in for the first time tonight for Amir Dean is freshman Trey Eccles. He wears number 21. He started the Cavemen's home opener here, and we haven't seen too much from him since in the starting lineup, as UNA will hit that second one, go 1 for 2.
Yeah, it's hard. Oh, no. It's hard as a freshman on varsity, as they're going to call Cam Putz is going over the line before he passed it in. But being a freshman on varsity basketball, no matter who you are, it's hard. The speed of the game is so different. Organized basketball in general is hard. So it wasn't quite, up to the speed yet, and hopefully he learns from that and can grow from that as he moves forward.
It's McDaniels on the inbound, and it's Berger now. Nash guarded by Eccles. Driving in is Berger, and contest from both Eccles and Putz, but it does nothing there as he converts at the rim. And then Johns now, quick feet, doesn't like the shot, tries to pass it in the air. It gets taken away. So you got the traveling violation there. Happy feet, happy feet. That's an easy call for the official.
And that's an easy travel call, as you can see this replay here of that great drive by Berger. I mean, what a great, strong move. He's undersized in there and just gets it to the hoop.
We've got a lot of those to go already here tonight. 20-11 to score. Just past the 6-minute mark as Eccles launches a 3 from the corner, and it's no good.
A decent-looking shot. He took it confidently. He's just got to try to see some of those go in, as the Cavemen finally broke through that 1-3-1, and in somewhat ease, some good passing there. But that 1-3-1 has killed the Cavemen here tonight.
Berger guarded by Eccles, Brayshawn Eccles, and now at the corner is UNA. The Tigers have been able to get whatever they want here tonight, and Nash nearly adds on to it. He had a pretty clean look there from the the right wing, just doesn't convert. The baseline nearly trips out of bounds as Snyder getting the ball out of trouble. The Cavemen looking to close in on this 9-point lead that the Tigers currently hold over them. Putz has got it now. Driving in. Courtois is there. Johns over to Eccles. Eccles again, moving his feet a little too much. Got to dribble the basketball as well as it gets called for the traveling violation.
Yeah, he caught the ball on the run, and what that does for you is he gets you that 1-2, and then at that point, you can't pick up any of your feet, and then he tries to dribble. You got to get the ball on the floor first. So a little too fast there for Eccles. Easy travel call.
Checking in for Cam Putz is Cone Hanley.
Cavemen are switching every single screen. They don't have a ton of size, so not a bad strategy. You just got to communicate.
Nash now, jab step, drives in, fades away, no good off the front rim. But Jones with the rebound, he's going to try to put it back up, but he moves his feet a little too much before dribbling the basketball. He gets caught for the traveling violation.
Yeah, Nash Wiggins, I don't like that shot, that kind of drive. Rayshawn Eccles stayed in front of him. I think you want to just pass it out, reset. They've been patient all night. That was the first really kind of forced shot that didn't feel good. So just try to be patient on offense. Warsaw's done a good job of that all year. So we'll see what they can do as the Cavemen take over.
Fowler will check in for Brayshawn Eccles. And now Trey Eccles finds Fowler, and who finds Snyder, and they try to get this thing going. Johns trying to start things off with a three, no good. Rebounded Hanley, he's gonna go back up, no. Pass it over to Fowler, Fowler, no good at the rim.
Yeah, you need that one to go. The three was a good look. Johns couldn't get it to go, but you gotta make those ones around the basket.
McDaniels now over to Lara, who finds Jones, a nice pass, and he gets fouled on his way up.
Yeah, another easy call, but a great drive by Laura. I mean, a great drive, found his man. Probably could have got that to go. I think you want to go up a little stronger if you're Jones and get that to go, but they did not.
Jones will shoot two here and try to extend his lead to double. Good. 10 points they lead by now. And since about 5 minutes left in the first, it's been a 21-6 lead here for the Tigers as Jones will miss that second free throw. Traveling violation there. Obviously, Johnson liked that call. We can all agree in unison that that was the right call.
I think he's mad about the kind of the getting open of his teammates, where he was ready to pass and he's leaning, and that's why you gotta. It's a cliche old man term, but you gotta jump stop. You gotta make it happen.
21-11 as the Tigers lead by 10 over the Cavemen, trying to get things back on track here in the Cave on the Mishawaka Network. Welcome back, folks. We got a 21-11 game on our hands with about 3:40 left in the first half. The Tigers, they've been firing on all cylinders as of late. That one slips right through the fingers of Jones into the hands of the Cavemen.
And even though it seems Warsaw's played great tonight, they've made a lot of shots, the Cavemen are still in it. They're only down 10. They need some shots to go. They just got a turnover, so they got to make something happen on offense.
Fowler now has got it. He's guarded by McDaniels, and now Hanley guarded tightly by Yeager. Eccles, the freshman, lays it up and in over another freshman in Nash.
Yeah, a really good job. And once he got it, he saw nobody in front of him go to the hoop and score.
Nash now kicks it over to McDaniels. Yeager's got it, guarded by Snyder. Jones over to McDaniels. He's guarded by Hanley. Now inside to Jones. They're going to go ahead and call a foul near the baseline.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call. That was one of those, I talked about it a little bit ago. They're switching every screen. When you do that with Trey Eccles on the floor and he's Drew Jones. Drew Jones says, hey, I'm just going to post up. Eccles got both hands in his back, and they're going to call that every time.
Taking the seat, it's Yeager and McDaniels for the Tigers.
Yeah, we don't have any weights for the Cavemen, but Trey Eccles listed at 5'10". That's probably a little generous.
I can guarantee that's pretty generous.
Well, and then Drew Jones listed at 6'5", 185.
Driving in, baseline is Jones. Baby hook, no good, rebounded safely by the Cavemen. It's Eccles now, jump pass. Dean drives in, he's got 3 defenders in his face. Doesn't matter, he nails it on the turnaround.
And that's another big shot. Dean comes right off the bench, gets that to go. He's 3 for 3 on the game. He's really been in good position. He's just got to get more of those shots up.
Colton Sales wearing number 20 for the Tigers.
Like I said just a minute ago, you were talking a 10-point lead, now cut to 6. Cavemen play good defense. They get another stop. All of a sudden, you're right in this game.
Jones waiting on Berger, hands it off. Berger drives inside, behind the back, doesn't like it. He's guarded by Snyder, hands it off to Lara instead, who gets fouled at the rim and will shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I talked to Coach Cody before the game, Daniel. He talked a lot about this Princeton-style offense. It's not something that's used a ton. You see it some in college basketball, but it's the kind of ball movement. It's catching the ball at those wings and then those backdoor cuts, and you just saw it there. Fowler couldn't keep up with it. Got a little behind. Laura got to the hoop and got fouled.
And that one is good, as Laura will start off things 1-for-1 at the charity stripe this week.
I'm really impressed with Laura. He's such a good player. He's a good kind of reader of the defense. He sees what's happening. He doesn't always get all the points, but right now he's clearly a big leader for this team.
Brayshawn Eccles checks in for LaJordan Fowler, as Laura will go 2 for 2, stripped to the free throw line. It'll extend the Tiger lead to 8 now. And the traps pressure Snyder a little too much. Gets out of his reach and out of bounds.
It's an interesting lineup for the Cavemen with 3 guards of Eccles, Snyder, and Dean, and that's something that should help you break out of that half-court trap, but it hasn't yet.
Pass over to Berger, who's guarded by Snyder here as he drives in, hesitates, stops, finds Sales, and that one is good. An easy little baby fadeaway inside the paint.
And his first shot is good, and that was just Cavemen not communicating on defense. They switched, but one of them did not, and an easy bucket for Sales.
Eccles passing it back and forth. Inside now, Trey Eccles hands it off, and it's Hanley. Tries to go up, and how wise was that? Nice basketball IQ displayed there.
Yeah, you heard some groaning from the Warsaw bench. That's a pretty easy call. He's getting knocked out of bounds. He puts the shot up. That's just a kind of easy block call.
So with that, him knowing that he was probably not going to convert on that shot, decides to go ahead and take part in the action of shooting, get 2 free throw opportunities as he misses on the first.
Right now, the Cavemen really trying to make something happen, lead back out to 10, and making free throws would be a good start.
Second free throw will hit. Free throw is so crucial when you get into those nitty-gritty games. Couple possessions separate the 2 teams as Lara, with about 45 seconds left in the half, along with the other 4 Tigers here on the court, trying to make something happen going into that locker room. They lead by 9.
Yeah, and they're going to be okay taking as much of this clock as possible and try to get the shot they want.
Lara trying to stay out of trouble, try to get in quick to Berger, and after some tipping it around, Berger gets his hands on it, lays it up and in. Eccles in trouble in the trap, finds Trey Eccles, and he's now trapped.
Well, they're not even noticing the clock.
Dean no good on that quick shot, and Drew's gonna fire a missile over to Amelia Amos, Caveman volleyball player on the sideline.
Yeah, she got a good spike on that ball.
And that is how the first half will wrap up here in the Cave. 27-16 the score as it stands. The Tigers almost dominating here in the Cave. What are you seeing so far?
Yeah, it's been a pretty well-played game, especially by Warsaw. I think the Cavemen have done okay. They're really struggling on the kind of half-court offense. They're only down 9, make some adjustments. They can try to make that happen here as we get into the second half, as we get ready for Commissioner Corner here on the Mishawaka Network.
Gotcha. We're going to go ahead and hand things off to Paul Neidig here. We'll be back with some little post-second half antics, and then we'll get the second half underway on the Mishawaka Network.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Hey, welcome into the Commissioner's Corner, our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, always great to catch up. Busy time of year, girls basketball state tournament getting rolling. Boys basketball pairing show coming up on the 22nd. So it is a great time of year, and the tournament got started in a great way with the sectional.
Yeah, we kicked the girls tournament off last night. Had a few postponements due to snow in the southeast part of the state, but as our great athletic directors do, they're always flexible and getting things scheduled. And so we're rescheduled for everything that we didn't get to play last night, and we'll continue through the rest of the week. And so there's a whole slate of games out there on Wednesday. There'll be some games on Thursday. Obviously, Friday is semifinal night for most, and then Saturday night will be championship night.
Last episode, we were talking a lot about how the snow impacted things on the boys and girls side. So it's up to the ADs, of course, to reach out to you. And then is it up to them to just get that new date on their schedule?
Yeah, they communicate with the people that are in the tournament to find out, make sure there's no conflicts there. But they take the lead on rescheduling, and certainly they reach out to Assistant Commissioner Jane Schott because the girls' tournament's going, and Jane would work with them on rescheduling and what her thoughts are. But it primarily falls back to our schools.
As we mentioned with the boys basketball pairing show coming up on the 22nd, across the IHSAA, you guys are always looking for new officials and new folks to join that realm. And it's very easy, Paul, ihsaa.org, and it's pretty easy from there, right? Yeah,
you go to ihsaa.org, and at the top there's a button that says Become an Official, and we'd love for people, if they've ever been inclined, I tell folks all the time, we love the game as players, our athletes and participants, but it's a chance to continue to be involved in the game, and the officials community is so unique because they become so close-knit and support each other, and you're working with some of your teammates, and that team concept is still going, and we need officials. We always need officials. Our group is a little silver-haired as we speak sometime, or some are getting a little older, but we love young officials. I watched a couple good young officials work last night at the girls sectional at Carmel, and so we're always looking for the next official to get out there and help us out.
So a lot of basketball opportunities for folks to go out and support their communities. But we've been talking the last few weeks, Paul, about something very unique, and that's swimming and diving. It's coming up on the boys and girls side here very soon. But girls swimming and diving is going to start first, and that starts this weekend. So, for anybody that wants to come out and watch something very unique and very special, I think that might be a perfect opportunity for them because there's truly nothing like that.
Yeah, and if you want to know where the swim meets are at in your community, you can go to our website, again, ihsa.org. At the top, you click schedules, and you can put in your zip code in your area, and they'll find out where these local games are being played at. And get out, you'll see, it's incredible, the quality of swimming in the state of Indiana. And we did a podcast this past week on the IHSA Insider and had Lily King and her brother online. And Lily began her career at FJ Wright's High School in Evansville and furthered it. And we certainly know her Olympic stories. So, again, there'll be another one born through this tournament season that will do great things at the Olympic level.
Paul, other stuff going on with the IHSAA girls wrestling just wrapped up over at the Coliseum. Whiteland finishing with the top spot in girls wrestling, 2 individual state champions crowned. Crown Point, Hobart, and Columbus East following in the standings. And, of course, boys wrestling coming up as well. So can you just break down the weekend for the girls wrestling state titles and what's coming up for the boys, too?
Well, girls wrestling was a great weekend, and we saw a significant amount of growth in not only the quality of wrestling in its second year of state championship participation, but in the number of fans. I mean, we were up almost 1,000 fans this past weekend over the previous year, this past Friday. And so that's exciting. And we knew girls wrestling would continue to grow. The fan base loves their sport, and we're excited about it. And then we turn right around the corner. And a week from this Saturday, we kick off with the boys wrestling tournament.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. That's Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, we always appreciate the time. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Brendan. Appreciate what you do.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to boys basketball here on the Mishawaka Network. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some stats from the first half.
Just so we know, these are unofficial stats from me. So.
That's right. But we'll say they're pretty official because you pay very close attention. We got 27-16 the score as it stands here after 2 quarters being played. The Cavemen down right now by 11 points to the Warsaw Tigers. And you can see already, the thing that sticks out to me, the field goals here. You've got 17 attempts, 12 made for the Tigers, 20 attempts, 6 made for the Cavemen. That's a big deal, as well as the 3-point field goal percentage, totals 3 for 5 for the Tigers and 1 for 6 for the Cavemen, as well as, of course, rounding it out with the free throw count here. 5 for 7 for the Warsaw Tigers and 1 for 3 for the Cavemen. You're seeing the shot attempts being being taken, but not made as efficiently and as often as the Warsaw Tigers. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get ourselves on screen here and talk to you a little bit about how we think the first half went and how we think the second half needs to go.
Right now it's about efficiency. Who's been more efficient? Clearly, if you just saw the stats, the Warsaw Tigers, 12 of 17. You'll win any game going 12 of 17. But if you look at it, it's really not got out of hand yet because the Cavemen have played some good defense and forced some turnovers. Cavemen have more shots. They've taken 3 more shots than Warsaw. They've got to get the right shots, though. They got to get the ones to go. They've got to make sure they're efficient on the offensive end and really try to get some stops on defense. But really, it's just, you're going to give up some points, right? It's basketball. It happens. Warsaw's really fundamental. They're really good with the ball. Berger's been really good for Warsaw. He's gotten that 3-pointer, but really he's been awesome at the hoop, 4 for 4 from 2. So a really good game so far, and hopefully the Cavemen can make a comeback here in the second half.
Yeah, highlighting what you said about points allowed as far as the Cavemen giving up points here to the Tigers. We talked to Coach Cody all season long, and one of the big things he said is we don't currently have a team. The way it's set up to where we can say, okay, we're going to hold them to 40 points and no more. What it needs to be is we need to score 40 points if these teams are going to put up the amounts they're going to put up and keep up with them rather than shut them down. So we're going to go ahead and kick it to a break here. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and kick things off with the second half here in the Cave.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own Caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Welcome back to the Cave. You're just now joining us. We're getting ready to kick off the second half of this one. The Warsaw Tigers take on the Mishawaka Cavemen in the historic Cave here in Mishawaka, Indiana. I'm Daniel Phillips alongside Mr. Matt Randall bringing this one to you. It's been fun to watch so far. Cavemen will start things off with The Rock, Landon Johns, Colton Hanley, Brayshawn Eccles, Jordan Fowler, and Amir Dean out there wearing the maroon and white. Dean now. Spinning, looking around for something, finds Hanley. And that one's tipped around. Eccles puts it up, and no good. Berger, he loses it though. It's a scramble for the rock. The Cavemen end up with it. And Hanley's gonna go up. They're gonna go ahead and call the charge. It'll go the other way, and you saw the Jordan Fowler was signaling for a lob. He wanted an opportunity to make a big play there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my piece in while I can. You know how I feel about charges. I think charges should be illegal.
This I do know. Pass it around the backcourt. And they finally cross the half-court stripe. McDaniels finds Jones, who finds Lara. Now Berger driving baseline, but he steps out, left foot just out of bounds. It'll go to the Cavemen.
I think Landon Johns thought he got called for a foul, but it was good defense. Hey, you can drive that way, but if you're going to drive that way, you got to stay in bounds. And Berger clearly stepped out of bounds on that second step he took.
That one tipped out of the hands of Dean, and now it's Nash at full steam. Settles, finds Lara, but no good from three.
The Cavemen really got to take advantage of these misses.
And they do on that try, and that's Colin Hanley in transition, getting a nice little contested lay.
Yeah, he gets his first shot from the field to go, and that's going to help the Cavemen build them confidence here in the second half.
Jones, open there at the top of the key, decides to drive in, kick out. It's McDaniels from three, no good, can't hit. Dean's going to field it, and the Cavemen go the other way. Eccles. There's a foul called here on Warsaw. A grab.
Yeah, they're calling off the ball. They're saying he grabbed onto Landon Johns on that cut. He's confused about that. I think everybody a little confused. Cavemen were in a bad spot, too, because Brayshawn Eccles drove in the lane, picked up his dribble, and didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Eccles now looking for somewhere to go here and finds Fowler. Fowler jab step, looking around, trying to create a shot. Decides to hand it off back to Eccles instead.
Yeah, Fowler wanted that shot, but Jones just using his size there.
Fowler gets the shot he wanted, nails it from three as it rattles in.
Yeah, that's not going to be what they want over there on the Warsaw bench. They just leave Fowler just too open there, and he shoots right over the defense.
And that one, no whistle blown until the jump ball is signaled.
The refs are talking about it.
They're saying a foul. That was a signal from the official near the scores table.
Jordan Fowler trying to give his input over there, and he gets the call. Good convincing there. I think Warsaw got away with a big-time travel, though. I mean, you can't fall to the ground like that and hear your sneakers squeak out from under you without that being a travel.
Warsaw Tigers will stick with it after the possession arrow goes their way, and Nash will inbound it.
Nobody's guarding Laura out there.
Berger jab step, quick moves, makes Landon Johns jump, steps through and lays it up and in.
And that is just a big-time basketball move there as he goes right by the defense to score.
And they're going to go ahead and tax him with the travel as it goes the other way.
And Colton Hanley's had this problem for a few games now at home where he's making a good move, but he's trying to get around the defense. He's got to take one more dribble or try to kick it out.
To inbound here.
Yeah, nobody from Warsaw went to inbound that, so they started that 5-second clock without him.
Courtois in trouble, finds Nash, who finds Berger. He had a shot, decides not to take it.
And when you're as hot as Berger and you're open, I think you take that. Right now, he's 6 for 7 from the floor.
Berger, now Nash gets pickpocketed, but Berger's there to clean up the mess. Now Jones hits from three, and they extend their lead.
Yeah, that's just a pure-looking shot.
As that's a goaltend call, an easy one there. LaJordan Fowler had it. The ball had already punched its destination through the hoop, and kind of gets...
Yeah, Courtois just got his hand up through that cylinder, got a hold of that, and he knew it right away. He had that look on his face like, oh, man, they caught me.
Yeah, right. Lara to Courtois to Jones, and cross-court Berger nails from 3. He's got 17 in this one.
Yeah, huge game from Meidenberger as he has almost single-handedly helped Warsaw build this lead.
Got over half their points so far. Jordan inside. It's Hanley. Guarded heavily by Jones. He finds Johns. He's guarded by Lara. Inside Hanley again. Posting up. Drives through. That's a tough lay that he gets to go.
Yeah, that's a really good move by Hanley. Get that easy, too. Or hard to, excuse me.
No basket. There's a foul on the ground. I called that one on the Cavemen. They'll say LeJordan Fowler, that's who they caught. And a timeout called. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout ourselves. 35-25, 10 separate the two here. The Tigers lead the Cavemen with 54 left in the third period here on the Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. Experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte, fix it for good.
Welcome back to the Cave. I'm Daniel Phillips alongside Matt Rendell. We've got 3:54 left here in the third quarter, and we went over some stats in the break, and the Cavemen have failed to get within 6 points of the Tigers so far in this one since their 5-0 lead to start off the game.
Yeah, they cut it to 21-27, and very quickly Warsaw got that back out, and the Cavemen are going to get the ball.
Courtois gets fooled by deception. His mind got him on that one. He saw Johns in a split second. He just missed it, but his mind didn't really compute that there and falls out of his hands.
Courtois has got that size. He's got the ability. Now he's got to put it all together, and right now he's got to be able to catch those balls when they're counting on him.
Dean now, jump ball forced there in the corner, and it's going to go ahead and stick with the Cavemen.
And you want Dean to be a little stronger with the ball, but that pass has got to be to his outside. You can't pass it to the inside with a guy chasing him because that's how you get into those situations.
Cam Putt's going to check in for Brayshawn Echols here. And
all 5 Cavemen in the stack there. Somebody's got to pass it in.
It'll be Camden Putts. He'll find Johns. Pump fakes, doesn't take the shot. Tries to pass it, and it's knocked down by Nash. And Courtois out of bounds, last touch. Johns on the catch.
And here's the thing. You know what Warsaw's going to do. You know they're going to trap. They're going to try to come after you on those plays. So you have to be prepared when you catch the ball in the corner to get it to somebody else. And right now the Cavemen aren't. Something we don't see a lot from the Cavemen, a 2-3 zone here against this Warsaw team.
Jones wavers right through it and gets it done. Nice and easy off the glass.
And that is way too easy.
As John's going to respond there, but he is hurt. Converse on the shot, landed wrong. And Landon Johns not in good sorts as there's going to be a stoppage of play, and the trainers are going to go ahead and check on Landon Johns. We'll go ahead and take a timeout here ourselves. We got an injury timeout on the floor. Maybe we'll get back to things actually sooner.
He's getting off the court. Those are the worst. When you come down, it definitely look like a rolled ankle situation. It's a lot of pain initially. He's going to be in some pain for a little bit, and you never know how serious those become. It's going to be much worse tomorrow than it is the rest of today, though.
Glad to see that he was able to go ahead and kind of get up to his feet a little bit after being helped up.
Cavemen are going to try to drop back in this 2-3 zone again. Last time they just kind of knifed it up very quickly. So we'll see if the Cavemen are ready for it this time.
Lara ready to go. Nash and Berger there in the backcourt. Lara, he's got an open 3. He will not convert on that try, but Berger's there, makes the athletic play, and launches it way too long.
To nobody.
Intended for Courtois, I'm going to assume, but...
Well, and the other problem, and this is maybe not what was happening here with Berger, but one of the reasons you want your bench sitting down is because he could have mistaken anybody over there on the benches in the game, and so you got to make sure you're ready on offense here. And right now you're going to see something that gave the Cavemen huge problems in the first half. 1-3-1 zone here, this time with Berger on the top instead of Courtois.
Snyder looking to dissect it. He finds Trey Eccles, who's checked into the ball game.
Those lob passes are dangerous against this zone, so you got to be strong with the ball.
Bounce pass now over to Eccles. And now it's Snyder. They're lobbing it around here. Ball fake, and that one nearly gets away from Snyder. He tracks it down. That one's off the foot of Jones. Out of bounds, hits the Caveman junior varsity.
Yeah, and again, you're throwing those lob passes. They're going too high that time but really, Eccles has got to see, okay, I can ball fake that lob pass, and then I can get a nice strong bounce pass, and that's what you got to see against this 1-3-1 trap.
Inbounding it for the Cavemen is Putz. Launches it high and arcing over to Eccles. Trey Eccles now. Snyder inside, Fowler. Cross court over to Trey Eccles, and now Putz. They'll just lob it around and look for any opening they can find. That one nearly slips through the fingers, does slip through the fingers. Brayshawn Eccles finds the other Eccles, as Brayshawn Eccles will go ahead and try to walk through. It's tipped, gets his own rebound. Trey Eccles tries to get a pass there. It's a foul on the ground on the Tigers. It'll stick with the Cavemen.
So the Cavemen are getting that foul, but we got to work on that basketball IQ when you're on the court. Right there, Brayshawn Eccles did a good job catching the ball, got into the paint. He's got 3 guys around him. Trey Eccles is standing wide open, ready to shoot. So you got to see those openings. If there's 2 or 3 guys on me, somebody's open somewhere.
Plus the Eccles to Fowler. Fowler steps into the 3, no good. Rebounded by Snyder. It nearly gets out of the hands of Fowler, who gets Snyder again an opportunity. He's no good on that try. They say off the hands of a Tiger, and going to stick with the Cavemen.
A much better job on offense by the Cavemen. What you need LaJordan Fowler to do is catch that ball, turn, see nobody's on him, take it right away. Courtois used that big, long body to get that tip. So if you got to recognize those things. It's hard when you're in the game, though.
Yeager's going to check in for Jones for the Warsaw Tigers, and
right now Warsaw's really messing with the Cavemen here on defense. They've dropped out of that 1-3-1 into a 2-3 zone, and now it's a totally different offense.
That one smacked down right back into the hands of Trey Eccles, who will find Brayshawn Eccles, who will nail it from the right elbow. Timeout called by Coach Cody and the Cavemen. They'll take an opportunity to reflect on what they've seen so far in this third quarter. 1:15 left, 37-29 here on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back, folks, to Mishawaka, Indiana, here in the Cave. Mishawaka High School. The Cavemen trail here, 37-29. Trying to get things back on track, but it's been the defense and themselves biggest enemy so far.
Right now, Cavemen playing that 2-3 zone. They're going to try to, force a missed shot, try to force a turnover, but they're going to have to do something. Warsaw is more than happy to run some clock.
Nash finds McDaniel over there at the corner. Doesn't like the shot. They'll keep passing it around. Berger inside Yeager, and that one's caught in traffic. It's another turnover. The Cavemen got the basketball now.
I think it's a good job by Snyder slowing it down. He thought he wanted to get out on the break, but Warsaw was already getting back. So now they've got a chance here with only 30 seconds left. Maybe get last shot, maybe not.
Putz driving in, shoulder down. Looked like he was going to go up. Snyder penetrates after driving in, finds Putz. He's no good on that one. Eccles gives them life and capitalizes there, getting it done at the rim.
Good look by Putz, didn't get it to go, but great hustle by Brayshawn Eccles, and now the Cavemen have cut it to 6 with only 5 seconds left.
Berger pulls up, shoots. That one's no good. Not enough time as Camden Putz will launch a full court heat, and that'll end the quarter 37-31 in favor of the Tigers. The Cavemen showing some fight. However, we're going to go ahead and take a break, be back with the start of the fourth on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Welcome back to the Caves. We now see a dysfunctional student section here represented by the Cavemen students.
Well, Daniel, we were talking about it. We're awesome. I'm always glad the students are here. Now it's just organizing that and getting us down on the floor, really trying to support the team. The band is great. They're lively. They're bringing a lot of energy. But now it's getting the students from the stands down to the floor, getting that student section going.
The big thing is, like I said, you're representing the Cavemen basketball team as the students of Mishawaka High School. And so, you know, you kind of send a little bit of a message, even based on something as simple as where you sit and how organized it is.
Well, I want this to be encouragement. Hey, we've got senior night on Tuesday already. It's not going to be later in the year. We're also doing senior night at halftime for the network seniors. So it should be a fun night. So get out here, support the team.
Berger gets a tough lay to go and the foul call. A free throw awaits, and he has an opportunity to convert and one and bring his point total to 20 tonight.
And that's where Berger's been really dominant tonight. He hasn't taken a ton of other shots, but he's been very good in the paint, and that has really helped Warsaw out to this lead.
Free throw up, no good, just short. Jones tries to capitalize, but he's short himself, and now the Cavemen go the other way.
And he's upset. He wanted that one to go.
Would have been a big bucket for the Tigers.
That's a little bit of a bailout there.
They're going to call an illegal screen on McDaniels. Yeah, a bailout indeed.
Snyder was trying to do a dribble handoff there, but then Fowler stopped running, so that could have been easily a travel, double dribble.
Nonetheless, the Cavemen are scratch-free here. They've got a fresh new opportunity. But Jordan Fowler pulls up from 3, and beyond the arc, he's no good.
And that's just ISO ball there. I don't mind it, though. It's a good-looking shot. It's around the rim, no good, as nobody gets Laura.
Are no good from 3s. They're going to go ahead and call a foul there. Loose ball foul on the Tigers. Cavemen basketball now.
Saw JV head coach, assistant coach Shively telling LaJordan Fowler, hey, when you're coming up and you catch that ball, if the defender's arms are out, shoot the ball, right? Like you're catching that. You want to shoot those in rhythm. If they're not having a hand up, you're open, ready to go. He's got a high shot.
Dean and Hanley to check in for the Cavemen. Fowler hands it off to Dean. Putz off the catch, drives in. They'll call the charge. They'll go the other way.
And that's just a bad call, right? Like, I mean, you're saying maybe he's out of control, but that's definitely, you're moving into that. There's no chance he's set. And what that is that's profiling, right? That's saying, oh, Cam Putz is just a bowling ball on the court. We're going to call that offensive foul. That's definitely a block because you know how I feel about charges.
That's right. Nonetheless, Tiger basketball here. Lara inside Jones. No good on the bucket, but he'll have 2 free throws.
Yeah, and that's where Colton Hanley, they've ran that play twice against this 2-3 zone, and they've just gotten an easy layup. That time Hanley comes over, is in good deep guarding position, but he puts that arm down. Once you get that arm down, it's an easy call.
Drew Jones back, making an impact here, making that first free throw. Again, he's gone for 8 games. He's now back as Landon will sub in for Landon. It's Johns now on the court for the Cavemen. Interesting fact about the Warsaw Tigers is Sam Lara and Maiden Berger, the only guys who had varsity experience aside from this year. That's his Fowler high cross-court lob. It's a little too much on that one, slips through his fingers. So we got a timeout called by Matt Moore and the Tigers. We'll take one ourselves. 40-31 in favor of the Tigers. A tight one here with 6:37 left in the fourth quarter on the Mishawaka Network.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And we're back here in the cave. We've got 6:37 left here in this fourth quarter matchup. It's the Tigers and the Cavemen here in Mishawaka, Indiana. The Cavemen down by 9, but they're still in this ball game.
Yeah, and right there, they could have cut it to 7. Excuse me. I think it was a good play, just a little bit high. Fowler had an easy kind of layup on the lob pass. So I think those are good plays. The Cavemen are going to try to force turnovers with this half-court trap.
Berger finds McDaniel, right back to Berger, and they're going to go ahead and try to navigate through this trap. Inside is Jones, and navigate they do, getting it done at the rim as they have all night long.
And that was Courtois just clearing the lane. It's one of those kind of like, I'm going to post up, but really I'm setting a screen as Jones comes in. They clear out Colton Hanley. That's an easy 2.
Handoff try, gets a little sloppy there, nearly a turnover. And this one nearly a turnover as well. Off the legs of a Tiger, Landon Johns, who had the rolled ankle, nails it there from around the same spot. And that's another timeout call. This one we'll go ahead and keep here and talk about the score. You've been keeping stats, you've been keeping track of the scoreboard. What have you been seeing so far?
Yeah, I mean, the Cavemen have done a good job fighting, staying in this game, but they just haven't been able to get over that kind of, it's random, but it's that 6-point mark tonight, right? They haven't been able to get it within 5 or 4 or closer. And so right now they've got it cut to 9. They've just got to figure out how to get that down to 6 and then in between there. And right there, Coach Cody took that quick timeout. He was not happy with something. He was telling Colton Hanley something. So they've got to make sure. I think it was on that defensive end where Colton Hanley kind of got sealed off, and that they've ran that play 3 times against this Caveman zone. And they've got to be careful to say, okay, if they're going to come in and if the Mishawaka's going to play zone, you've got to get around those seals. You've got to make sure you're ready. Okay, I know they're going to seal it off for Jones. They're going to seal it off for Berger. Those are your guys that are making shots at the hoop.
Something to definitely pay attention to, and you got to be aware, you got to be level-headed in moments like these. Now, the Cavemen have had a number of close games, and they've ended up on the right side of most of them. However, it's, again, a matter of making it a close game, which is not quite yet.
Right.
9 points is what separates the two. The Tigers on the right side of things looking to extend their lead here. Lara handoff to Jones. Looking around for an open shot for Berger, can't find it as Hanley reads that one like a book.
And right now, Amir Dean's got to get up. He's got to get that count started because Warsaw is more than happy to let that clock count down.
And a loose ball foul called on Amir Dean.
And the Cavemen really aren't in a ton of foul trouble. So, I mean, they've got a number of people with 2 fouls, but we were in the fourth quarter, and Amir Dean just kind of ran through a screen there. And sometimes, that's about sending messages. They're actually going to call Cam Putz with that foul.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Well,
and he'll
he
check
could have
out.
ran through his screen. That's entirely likely.
Yeah. We got Eccles to check in for putts, and that one's stolen off the inbound. A nice display of defense there for the Cavemen. Big win.
Yeah, really good defense by the Cavemen to get that tip and the steal. Now they got to find where their offense is going to come from.
Mr. Walker looking around. Jab steps from Hanley. Dribbling, spinning through, no good. Gets his own rebound. And they're going to go ahead and call a loose ball foul. It'll stick with the Cavemen here.
Yeah, and Hanley, a great move there. He's got to finish that, but a good job sticking with it, getting the rebound, forcing Berger to foul. It's only Berger's second. Berger and Jones have been the workhorses of this team. They have combined for 33 of these 42 points.
Fowler, quick shot, no good. We'll call it a pass. Finds the hands of Brayshawn Eccles. Eccles again, shot fake. We'll slow things down. Dean, crossover, step back, three, no good. Lara will take it the other way for the Tigers as we reach the 4:40 mark. Hand off to Berger. Nash to Jones, inside Berger, left on an island and an easy bucket again.
Yeah, there's just absolutely nobody you can leave open on the court worse than Berger. He's been awesome tonight, been really good at the hoop.
Eccles trying to erase things there, no good. Rolls just over the rim there. That last bucket made by Berger extends their lead to 11, and this one will extend it to 13. A nice little Michael Jordan-esque reverse layup in the air.
I mean, that was just really, really bad on the defensive end for the Cavemen as Berger went right by the Jordan Fowler, and these are not good shots. The Cavemen are getting up at the hoop.
Dean, who had a very productive first half, been pretty quiet here in the second. He misses that one. And that one, miscommunication. He was looking for Berger, and Lara's going to go ahead and throw that one out of bounds to the bench.
And right there, that's good leadership by both Lara and Berger, both taking some accountability. I think if Lara waits a half a second, that backdoor cut was there, and Berger's been so good at the hoop. But he saw him, tried to get him the ball, just miscommunication.
About 3 minutes, some change. The Cavemen down by 13. It's Fowler backing down Lara. Turnaround jump shot, that one's good.
And that's good patience there by LaJordan Fowler. He had that mismatch. Instead of getting called for offensive foul and kind of throwing that, elbow out a little bit more, he waited, said, okay, his best shot's his fadeaway jumper, and he got that to go.
It's 46-35 here in favor of the Warsaw Tigers here in the Cave on the Mishawaka Network.
Come and visit the Mishawaka Historical Museum and make sure to check out all of their different exhibits, such as their industries and businesses, church and faith, historic landmarks, military heritage, school, and their famous Mishawakans exhibit, including some of our very own Caveman alumni, as well as a working model train set and a brand new exhibit, Treasures from our collection. Located at 121 South Main Street, doors are open every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. $5 for entry for adults, $3 for students, and kids under 5 enter for free.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And we find ourselves now back in the Cave. The Cavemen trail by 11 here. The Warsaw Tigers have 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here to get a big NLC win on the road.
And this is where the Cavemen defense is really going to be tested. They've struggled putting pressure on the ball because they give up a lot of things in the back door, off screens, and this Princeton offense is right there.
And it's Courtois getting it to go, plus the foul.
I mean, it couldn't have been more on cue right there. That's that Princeton offense running those backdoor cuts. Berger's telling him he should have slammed it home, but he did a good job getting that layup. Hanley hit him across the head. That's an easy call. Easy 2 points. First ones of the game for Courtois.
No good on the free throw try. Off the fast break, the Cavemen, Landon Johns will go ahead and kick it out to Eccles, and they'll kind of slow the tempo down a little bit here. Fowler finds Hanley. Hanley looking for someone to give it to, just take it himself, and they're going to go ahead and call another charge.
There's just no way that that's a charge. Like, it's such a challenge. And, like, yes, I teach here at Mishawaka. You go to school here. The charge call like that, where Colton Hanley's already going up, that he's still moving in there, that's just a hard call to make, especially late in a game like this.
Yeah, nothing to do with bias, all to do with just what we think about that call.
I don't like charges.
Yeah, I'm well aware. Courtois over to Berger. He's guarded by Johns. Jab step, looking around for something. They're in good shape here, leading by 13 late in this game. Driving in is Lara, and a nice little snag there with his
that's
right
a great
hand.
catch on the dribble there by Berger, wide open.
And waits patiently. And you can see why basketball IQ gets it easily done at the rim again. And it's Johns contested lay, no good. Nice offensive rebound, Hanley. And they're gonna go ahead and call a foul here on the ground. They'll say that's on McDaniels. The Tigers, although they're in good shape, we've seen the Cavemen come back from deficits like this before. Maybe not this late in the ball game, but we've seen stranger things happen. So Fowler, no good on the three. Hanley, give him another opportunity. He gets fouled on his way up. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, got hit in the eye a little bit. Nothing malicious there, just a good hard foul as Hanley will go to the line to shoot two. But that's a good play by Fowler to get the ball, pump fake, and then get a good-looking shot up. It's not his night. If it was against Plymouth where he couldn't miss anything, right, those are shots that are going for him. So Caveman's got to make something happen here. 1:47 left.
They're down now by 15. Quite the hole to climb out of here. But these free throws would help, as Hanley will nail the first. And after that made free throw, it's Colton Sales checking in for the Tigers. Hanley's second free throw, no good, in and out.
That's been something with Hanley most of the year. He's gotten to the line, but he's often going 1 for 2. So figure out a way to convert both of those, get the team on the board.
Nash trying to protect the rock. And Berger beats Fowler. No good. Tried to slam it that time. And he gets his own rebound, goes back up, gets fouled, 2 free throws away.
Yeah, he hasn't missed a lot from the field here tonight, but he saw an opening. Colton Hanley did a good job getting that block, but then got his own rebound, gets 2 shots.
Berger with 25 tonight. And now 26.
Yeah, I mean, what a night from the field here tonight from Aiden Berger.
Trey Eccles will check in.
I've got Berger as 11 of 14 from the field.
Oh, wow.
2 for 3 from 3. And one of those misses was just right here getting blocked, trying to slam it home.
That's efficient. He makes the second free throw as well. And it's Camden Putz and Trey Eccles checking in for Hanley and Dean. And we've got a timeout here called by the Tigers with 1:28 left. 52-36 is the score in favor of the Tigers here in the Cave on the Mishawaka Network.
Forte Waterproofing is celebrating over 60 years of satisfied customers. experience, innovation, hard work, confidence, pride, honesty, integrity, determined, committed to achieve excellence. Fix it with Forte. Fix it for good.
Welcome back to the Cave, folks. We've got a game on our hands here with the Cavemen, letting it slip away a little bit with 1:25 left in the fourth. The hope of making a comeback getting slimmer and slimmer. Eccles now. Both Eccles on the court. Trey Eccles has got it now. He'll pass it over to Brayshawn. Johns. This Tiger defense been here all night. Johns, though, hitting from his favorite spot, the right elbow, every time.
Camden Putz got away with a little bit of a hip check there. Just sent somebody flying, no call. Probably should have been called.
Courtois over to McDaniels. Ball fake. And finds, for the first time tonight, Wesley Martin, who will take a shot. He's no good.
Well, they're clearly trying to get Martin to score.
Fowler with 30 left. Finds Johns. He'll take a deep three, no good. Putz. Inside Johns. He'll get that one to go from the baseline there.
And that's where Johns has been so successful, just in that mid-range inside. He just got 2 to go in a row.
Johns has got 10 tonight. Is that one nearly lost there by Martin, and that one stolen by Fowler. Eccles, he'll take a three over Martin, and they'll hit that one as time expires. Makes it look a little bit better on paper.
Hey, yeah, I mean, you went on a 7-0 run to end the game, so
right.
You know you have it in you, and that's a good feeling as you head into the rest of the season.
52-43 is the final score here in the Cave as the Warsaw Tigers will get it done on the road in Mishawaka, Indiana. They continue on their quest to try to win games and stack up those dubs in February, getting ready for sectionals here in the Cave in Mishawaka. Big win for them. 3-3 on the conference record, and obviously the Cavemen regress to 2-4 in the NLC. You see the schedule ahead.
It's been kind of a weird schedule, Daniel. I mean, I talked to Coach Cody before the game. They played last Friday against Goshen here, and they haven't played since then, so they had a lot of practice time. And you saw some good things tonight from the Cavemen. You saw some of those bad things that you got to work on. But now they're off again until Tuesday, so they've got the whole weekend. They've got a lot of time, and they'll be taking on Washington next week here in the Cave as the Cavemen look to get back on the board. That's the one game on this schedule that you think, hey, we really got to get this game. Washington's had a tough year, but the Cavemen have a chance, and they will actually be doing senior night next week on Tuesday against Washington. We'll be doing senior night for the 4 of y'all in the Mishawaka Network, so that'll be an exciting night here at the Cave for that as well.
That's right. So a unique, tough stretch of games here coming up for the Cavemen. Let's see how they waver through. They're 6-11 now after this loss to the Tigers. They continue to try to build this process and this winning culture that Coach Cody's always telling us about every week. So, you know what? These losses, they happen, and it adds to that success later on. So let's see how it goes ahead and affects them the rest of the season here. Again, we'll be back next Tuesday, senior night for us and the Cavemen. That'll be a fun night. 52-43 to end the night here. Final. The Warsaw Tigers have a long ride back home, but at least it'll be a fun bus ride as they get the win here over an NLC opponent. That's going to wrap things up here. Daniel Phillips, Matt Rendell, and the Mishawaka Network wishing you a good night. We'll see you next time.